and they start on Windfall.
Fair enough. I think that's where we both landed as well. There's a lot of things at Windfall. Too many things to ignore.
You hold this up for a second. I'm gonna disappear for like 30 seconds.
Alrighty. So it looks like we already have just a bit of route divergence. Avo is going to go into House of Wealth to pick up the Maggie Free item, which is a Picto Box, and Pixel is starting Killer Bees. So we need the Picto Box, and this is actually a really easy Picto Box. Most of the time you're not going to find an easy one, especially when Pompey and Vera is in Logic, which is the case for today. And it looks like Pixel is now gonna go also pick up that Picto Box. And Avo's gonna go start Killer Bee, so they're just swapping checks right now. Alright, and it looks like Avo is gonna set up door cancel here. And it looks like Pixel is just gonna go ahead and go through with getting all the Killer Bees. So that's pretty interesting. I think I routed it pretty similarly to Pixel, but I'm sure Pixel will also get door cancel later. And Avo's just opting to get it now. I'm interested in Pixel's Ruby routing, actually. So she picked up that pot, so I'm assuming that she is, either that was a mistake, or she actually meant to do that. Beetle 20 has double magic, and that's pretty free. Especially since we get an outset later. Again.
I've returned.
Yes, again. Welcome back. Pixel's gonna get door cancel later. Evo has already gotten it. So that's interesting. But they kind of just swap checks at the beginning.
I'm checking out their stream audio to see if we can get anyone's gameplay on for audio.
I find it interesting that they're both picking up rupees along with. Well, I guess it makes sense that they do this. I'm assuming that means they're gonna get wallet mail either right after doing this, or they're going to. So the way that at least I had it routed was, so bomb mail has an orange rupee, and bombs are underneath Link's house. And since you kind of have to go through a loading zone, I kind of just pick up that orange rupee and then get double magic and just be on my way. But I think this also works. Oh, and Avo just fell completely through one fall after jumping down. That's fun. The 1%, yes. You know, it happens. Nava's picking up door cancel again to get into Lenzo's. Meanwhile, I think Pixel's doing this.
I have returned. Apparently there were some forms that were never filled in, and I set it up. So now we have gameplay audio.
All right. Well, Advo is doing blind swordless Lenzo door cancel. No one's really surprised about that. Oh, and Pixel got a green rupee. Nice. And looks like Pixel's doing this vanilla. That's pretty interesting. I definitely think she should have at least gone for Lenzo door cancel. Mostly because we get Pompey and Vera. And, well, this is a little slow. But when you get door cancel, when you door cancel into Lenzos, you don't get the cutscene that plays. Where they're, like, talking to each other.
Was Garrickson stuck behind a wall?
I don't know.
Did you see that?
I did not. I really want to see that now, actually.
Pixel got Garrickson stuck like near where Sam is on the bench.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
I have not either. Now Pixel's got to do this jump inward to get onto the Ferris wheel? Yeah. Gondola? I don't know. I'm gonna say Ferris wheel. Yeah, but this is definitely slower than getting Lenzo door cancel. Yeah,
and originally when I was looking at this, I never realized that this would be what you'd have to do if you don't door cancel, and I'm starting to think that door canceling was the better option here.
Was the play? There she goes. Alright. So Evo, well, actually it makes sense that Evo didn't pick up Tingle earlier while doing Killer Bee, since Evo had door cancel. But can climb around the windmill faster than that. Yeah. That's just the only thing we need the windmill for. We don't need it for anything else. No, and Anton. Anton. We don't, you know. We like Anton in a different preset. By the way, for anyone curious, this is preset F. So we have combat caves and submarines. I'm sorry, combat secret caves and submarines.
Combat caves. So I had stepped out for a bit, so I'm actually not sure on who's ahead or not.
I think they're pretty... I think Pixel's done with Windfall now.
Okay.
So Pixel's... Well, she just jumped straight over that island. Oh my goodness. That island wasn't even there. I would say they're pretty even right now. Yeah, and Eva's picking up wallet mail here. Oh man, there's a joy pendant. That's cool. Yeah.
Try for shard.
Shard.
So they do that was just a shard, and they do need to talk to the mailbox later for getting a letter from Orca later on when they finish Forbidden Woods. So like they didn't have to grab that shard right away.
Right. Yeah.
So now whereas at the beginning, not like that's like minutes, but it's still a difference.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the way that they rerouted, definitely should have saved it for much later, since you don't need that shard at all. Alright, now we're going to NFI sub. Well, at least on our side. Pixel's about to leave after collecting that Forest Pro.
This brings back memories of falling in S4.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
That
that's
was
so
that was
homo.
close on Abbo's side. Ooh, nice. Didn't have to grab onto that ledge. And I imagine we see Outset next. Oh, no,
Pixel
no, you're right, DRI. No, I'm sorry. I have DRI written down.
Pixel has been putting in a lot of practice for this specific race. She knows that Advo is a force to be reckoned with, as Advo was the Challenge Cup Grand Final champion in Season 4. So Pixel has been grinding out just for this race, just to see if she can beat Advo. And so far, she's doing really good. She's ahead by probably 30 to 60 seconds.
Yeah,
I'd say more like 30.
yeah. She's definitely ahead right now. Um, I think, yeah, I think the way Abbo routed out, oh, you would have went for Splish Room to grab her rupees. Oh, yeah, that's right. That
Um,
definitely makes a lot of sense.
there is there is also 100 rupee on bomb mail,
Oh, mail. Yeah.
which they have to pick up for like one check later on in the seed. So they can grab wallet mail and bomb mail at the same time for rupees.
Yeah, but I think the way that they routed is fine,
Yeah.
honestly. Because they were going around and collecting anyways. Alright, Ava was looking for those arrow drops. Well, surrounded by mini blends. Oh, and Ava became a mini blend. Don't worry about it.
It became a mini pin.
It became mini blend.
Um, yeah, in the end, like as far as boating force goes, you really want to just shoot those crystals as fast as you possibly can. Like you don't even really want to walk into the cave.
Oh,
Otherwise, those
yeah.
mini blends will surround you and they will keep poking at you with their pointy sticks.
Poke, poke, poke. Yeah, I think it depends on how early you want double magic, honestly. Because you can get double magic at any time with the way this route works out. Since we visit Outset once, we
We
visit DRI once.
we left
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised neither of them grabbed
we
oh,
left boating course, but
DRI.
we then move on to FCP sub where there are still more mini blends. They're getting a lot of screen time today, and frankly, I don't agree with it. They don't deserve.
And for anybody curious, that is not that is not a nice place for Leaf. Usually you want Leaf for the sub, so you can Leaf pump across and just skip all of this. Skip all the mini blends and the wizards and the choo-choos, but that's just where Leaf is, so it's nice, I guess. It is where it is.
And technically, looking at the seed, I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the leaf is only hard required for exactly one check in Wind Temple.
Um,
No, there's
you
oh,
need
no,
no
you're
for Benwoods. I
oh yeah, Forbidden Woods. How did I forget? The Forbidden Woods is in the logic.
I don't know.
All right, you know what?
Well, I
Every
mean, it's
it's
just
first it was me calming your race yesterday, saying, "Oh, rupees, rupees, rupees." This time it's me saying, "Oh, Forbidden Woods isn't a needed thing. We're fine."
no, Forbidden Woods is very much needed. Also, going to the top of Wind Temple is very much needed,
Now,
unfortunately.
now, if they uh if they did not have the rule where they're not allowed to use the tingle tuner, then maybe they could have skipped it.
Well,
But then
yeah, you
there's
know.
actually tingle tuner would remove the requirement entirely, I think.
Right. I think Pixel is heading off to Headstone. That's pretty interesting. In my
Okay.
opinion. So we need golf.
Yeah, so Pixel will have to
Double dip
just
outside.
yeah. Whereas what you could do is you could go do golf and then later sail to Headstone from. Oh, Advocate's doing that too.
Evo's doing the same thing. That's pretty interesting. Yeah. Um. So you're already gonna have to go back. They're also gonna have to do an extra. They're also gonna have to work to SFI eventually, or just go to SFI in general. Um, since that's where Hookshot is.
Yeah. So what they could have done is they could have gone to Horseshoe from Outset, and then if they wanted to, they could have immediately thereafter gone to Southern Ferry, and then sailed to Headstone. It's actually a pretty fast sail too, but it's fine. They lost out on 15 seconds on doing that. It's nothing big. In the randomizer, the boat is given the swift sail from HD, so the sailing is twice as fast. And at that point, super swimming for at least one quadrant is not slow. Or no, I mean it is. It's not as much of a time save as it would be in vanilla. Um, However, a lot of the time, depending on how good the runners are about their super swims, if they feel good about them, then they will. If they have to go out two quadrants and it's not a quadrant they can warp to, then they'll super swim.
So Pixel shot down that platform with just one arrow left. That's pretty scary. I was nervous for her.
So, again, I was a little bit absent at the start, so I was trying to get audio working, but did Advocate door cancel?
So Avo door canceled to do Killer Bees, and then he door canceled again to get into Lenzo's.
Wait, he door canceled twice for it?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. That's probably okay. I was wondering why Pixel was ahead when
Yeah,
Pixel didn't door cancel at all, but door canceling twice just doesn't sound fast in my opinion.
I definitely think
I,
I think the way that I had routed is I did vanilla keys like Pixel did, and it just did normally, and then I door cancel into Lenzo's. And I think that's probably
I it's also really fast. If you door cancel before the killer bees, that gives you lights on. It speeds up your killer bees a lot. And then you can use that lights on door cancel to go into Lenzo. However, I know some people are just more practiced with the lights out setup,
right.
and so they prefer that.
Yeah.
Advocate not picking up note to mom on Bird's Nest. It's not like Advocate needs it,
Opinionator.
but there's a shield. This room is your Pokemon Generation 8 starter pack.
What?
You've got a shield, and then you've got
Oh,
a
right.
sword.
Sword, yeah, sword and shield. We're playing a different game now.
Welcome to Pokemon, everyone.
Right, and they both opened up the cross dungeon. Not the cross. Yeah. They opened up. Oh no, Avo didn't. Oops.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I knew. I remember Pixel doing that.
Okay, so Pixel is still opting to go under Rope Bridge route. I like it. I think I never thought to jump right back down to it after, and I agree with the decision. Because Pixel doesn't like we determined a while ago we all started geeking out about the best way to climb DRC and whether it was going through this room or going through the pot room with all the bokoblins. We decided you should only do the pot room with bokoblins if you have the Master Sword, and neither of them do have that. So
They
we're
do
go-
only have your. unfortunately, the wind is not favorable for Pixel, so she has to grapple across.
Oh
And
yeah,
sadly,
I'm sorry I interrupted you. But
and go ahead.
comments pointed out that that Advocate had suddenly gained time over Pixel while they were in DRC, but that's because Pixel opened the pot and Advocate skipped it, and then time save kind of went back in Advocate's face when he realized, oh, he didn't open the warp pot.
Right. And unfortunately, Abba fell. That very last ledge.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. Also,
Yeah,
yes, there's a nice big key placement there. Don't
yeah.
even have to store that chest.
Why couldn't it have been there in the vanilla game?
No, it's just how it is. They want you to have to grapple, I guess. Yeah,
Wasn't that
that's
like
probably the worst ledge.
in vanilla? Weren't those two chests like a joy pendant and a ruby or something?
I think so. Alright, but we're fighting Goma. It's pretty, if you've ever played this game, it's, it doesn't change.
And that's phase 2. Goma takes so long because you just have to.
Goma really does. It really does.
It's 3 cutscenes and then you kill it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Pixel isn't just using the bow here.
I guess it depends on how many arrows she has.
Oh, that's true. They did use a lot of arrows earlier.
Yeah, she left, she finished shooting down that platform with one arrow, so, you know, I'm kind of not surprised she's not using arrows.
Oh, you know what? You're that is valid.
You know?
And now I've got Advo fighting second phase Goma, whereas Pixel is about to pick up the shard and leave. And I'm curious to see where they go because like I don't think they would sail to Southern Ferry. So
No.
we've got to warp, and because of the decision they made on how they got to DRC, there's like a possible deviation here than what they choose to do.
I think either they're gonna go to, they're probably gonna go to outside and go to Horseshoe.
Yeah, that's like one of the things I'm thinking of. That or they just warp to Southern Ferry.
Yeah. And get hookshot and then work to outside. Cause, I
Yeah.
mean, we need, yeah, so Pixel's going to SFI first to get that hookshot. Because we need Golf. Like, Golf has a pearl, and one of our dungeons is locked behind that pearl. So we're gonna have to go there eventually. Pretty
Yeah,
soon,
collective
actually.
pearls are great.
Yeah, we're kind of actually starting to get kind of bottlenecked on what we can do.
There's something that Pixel did that I haven't realized until like 2 days ago. If the bomb explodes in front of you and the board is behind you, then once after the cutscene, you're just going to be closer to the hole into the fairy fountain.
Right. And Abba is also warping to SFI. Pretty
I'm gonna look.
interesting.
I'm gonna look at the map. Just how far are they? I wanna. It is. Okay, so it's like a little bit farther, but is it 15 seconds farther? Is my question.
I don't know.
And Pixel will probably go play golf now. Yeah.
I just don't know if it's worth having to warp to Outset again.
It is interesting watching this race because Pixel kind of just immediately got that lead and is holding on to it. Advocate has synced up with Pixel a couple times, but then Pixel immediately took that lead back. So she's doing her best to just stay ahead. I mean, she doesn't know that Advocate is right behind her, but she's going.
That's true. Getting golf is faster, quick shot.
Unless she's watching the restream the entire time, which is not a good idea. That would just get in your head.
I would not do that. No, thank you.
Sometimes the runners will peak, like maybe when they like finish a boss or they're going into Hyrule, like breaking the barrier, because they just have like 20 to 30 seconds of downtime. We're just watching a cutscene, so they'll like peak and be like, "All right,
Yeah.
let's see how this is going."
And
But
you're like, oh man, I'm so far behind.
yeah.
Oh well.
But
And
another reason,
unfortunately, Eva was not high enough for that grapple skip. Unfortunate.
another reason why runners will opt not to look at the other stream is maybe the other person routed their dungeon earlier than they did, so they'll look and they'll be like, "Oh, they're further into this dungeon I'm in," and then that'll really demotivate them. But what they don't know is they've already done like 3 more checks than them in the overworld. So a lot of us have decided to like mostly only look at like the end of our last boss and like maybe in Hyrule. It's an interesting meta because in season 4 or in standard you're not allowed to look because you don't know where the items are and that's cheating. But in spoiler log you know where everything is. You're allowed to look just to see, but it can either give you that motivation you need or really demotivate you. You have to take that risk. So a lot of people just
Oh,
never
that's
do.
sorry. That's super unfortunate though. Pixel missed the cyclone. She just couldn't get into it.
Yeah.
So, oh, and she's deciding to wait on it. That's definitely gonna lose her
Yeah.
a little bit. Yeah, it's gonna lose her sometime.
However, she does still have play golf over Advocate, so even though
Right,
Advocate just got the item that Pixel's going for, she still does have one island on backup there.
right.
And okay, that's good. That leaf pump scared me a little bit.
That's not high enough. Unfortunate.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
so
that's
that's pretty unfortunate. That's now she's
she probably has another one to buffer between Advocate going to get this item. So if she can get it this time, then she might not get behind.
yeah. Eva is definitely gonna catch up a good amount though, since he did have to save and quit as well, but he got it that second try. And alright, that should be fine. Oh yeah, she'll
Yeah.
have to leave comp a few times, but oh
You
well.
don't even actually have to land on it too. She leaf pumped enough. I think she'll make it. But if you don't, you can like just touch the side and then manage to. When you land in the water, you'll void out. It'll think you were up there and be like, "Oh, you accidentally fell down. We're gonna give you a little shortcut to go back up there." But secretly, they were never up there.
Oh, and Eva skipped hole 1 and hole 2. That's pretty interesting.
So I think Pixel still has a couple seconds on Advocate, with the exception that Pixel does have to save warp, and Advocate can just get back in his boat. But it's looking like Pixel has a few seconds over Advo.
I say we'll definitely see.
Going to Cabana.
That's interesting. So Windtemple is at Tachi and Forbidden Woods is at Cabana entrance.
Yeah. And Cabana is one quadrant, but it is also at a diagonal, so it's a little bit longer than a straight up. See, Advocate decided to go to Tachi and will then later sail down to Cabana because it's closer to Tachi. So we'll see. We probably won't be seeing any. Oh, this person is in the lead or this person is behind until they swap dungeons,
Right.
or even until they both finished both dungeons.
Alright, and Pixel is gonna get storage here.
Oh, I don't like
Um,
this sword spot.
I do not either. I like getting storage down at the bottom.
She has iron boots. She could put those on, and the water wouldn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I find getting the camera to turn around here when you pull out Wind Waker is hard enough.
All
Yeah,
right,
she
there.
got it.
She was a little bit ahead, so she could afford the couple storage
Right.
attempts. But now I'd say, in just time wise, I would guess that they're probably at about even. And Pixel is stopping for arrows. Would Pixel have to use any arrows until she got to middle of Hubroom?
Um,
I don't.
no, I can't think of. Well, I mean, the only thing I can think of is to. Actually, she would need them to destroy the bulbs on the doors, since using bombs is slow.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm still thinking of Wind Temple because Advocate's in Wind Temple. No,
Right.
Pixel. Yeah, okay, that was a good arrow drop. Pixel grabbed the correct arrows.
All right.
There's also Calais Demos, and I don't remember if Pixel prefers bombs or arrows for Calais.
I think she uses arrows. Also, Pixel picking up that Forbidden Woods big key. First room, isn't that nice? Oh well, there's also hookshot, I guess. So
Yeah, she's
I'm
probably saving them for Calais
for
then.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I still think doing one temple first is the better play, just for the sale itself.
And
And there's
I
a bow here and a wind temple.
true.
So Eva's gonna be able to do fire arrow strats against Callie.
Oh, they also have to do the mini
Once.
boss and ice arrows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ice arrows are faster. Yeah, because we also don't have hammer.
So
Right, yeah,
Pixel will
exactly.
just have to fight the mini boss as per normal. Does have a bow to like speed it up just a little bit, but it's mostly gonna be just a normal fight. Whereas Advocate will walk in and just ice arrow and be done.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and there's only shards in Forbidden Woods. So there's really nothing here that's gonna help um with any other dungeon. Yeah, and Eva's gonna pick up the Wind Tipple big key as well. So they're both picking up different big keys.
Also,
Nice
that whole
arrows.
entry was a shard, so
Yes.
Pixel's storing one as long as she doesn't teleport, she's fine. But she's gonna enter a loading.
Yeah, definitely. There is no reason for her not to enter loading zone.
Oh yeah, if you waited to do Forbidden Woods after, you would have the Master Sword for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Pixel decided to go for the grapple skip route for this small key skip that she's doing. I prefer the one with grapple, but you know, do whatever you prefer.
Took a little bit too far to the right. Okay.
Okay, she made it. I was really worried that Pixel was gonna void on that chest somehow. Because you can void on that chest. You can void on any chest, actually, with chest storage. Yeah, I definitely think Pixel is losing time that Evo's going to be able to save going into Forbidden Woods now instead of later.
And All Pixel has left is the boss, right?
Yes. And double Mafia, but you know, we're not really gonna count that, are we?
No, yeah, she's not opening the chest. She's just doing the thing that both of them will
Right,
have to do.
exactly. Yeah.
Well, I
But yeah,
suppose they
all
both have
she
to do everything Pixel just did, but
right. Yes, but all she has left is Callie.
for anyone wondering, the boomerang was in Fire Mountain, and Fire Mountain was at the entrance that usually leads to Poprin's Choo Choo Cave.
Yeah.
There was just not really any good time to go. When we were at both of the islands that are adjacent, we wanted to sail the other direction. When we were at Windfall, we wanted to go to Northern Ferry, and when we were at Dragon Roost, we wanted to go to
Yeah.
Flight Control. And making a special trip, especially for Popprint, just like isn't worth the speed up that the boomerang gives in Forbidden Woods.
Oh, you know what? Actually, Evo's gonna have third master. Evo's gonna have third sword for Kelly. Um, so there's a sword and kill all enemies. So there's 2 swords in Wind Temple.
Yeah, I mean the
I don't think
second
it
sword
matters.
is not going to matter. Only the first time you get Master Sword increases your damage.
Right.
The third and fourth just make them look flashy.
They make them look flashy. I think
Ganon
not.
doesn't like cool stuff. Ganon sees you blinged out with that little golden piece on your sword, and he goes, "Oh, I'm jealous," and it distracts him for the fight. That's why it works.
Oh no. Okay. I was kind of concerned Pixel wasn't gonna get that.
Okay, not bad. So the argument with the Master Sword is not big of an argument now. It still would have sped it up by just the time it takes to do 2 spin attacks, but because Pixel did not have to cut down Calais twice, it's very negligible, almost. However, there is still the time that Pixel could have saved on the sail and the mini boss.
Alright, and it looks like Pixel is heading off to Wind Temple now. Which Evo is almost finished up with.
I suppose it's a good sign that Pixel is still in Wind Temple as Advo's still in it, but then again, Forbidden Woods is just a lot shorter.
I was about to say, Forbidden Woods,
So we'll know if Advocate pulled ahead if Advocate is done Forbidden Woods by the time Pixel gets to this second Sunstone.
Elijah, there is nowhere else that she'll want to go to from Tachi.
Nope.
The unfortunate thing is that our last bow is the entrance is at boating course, and you needed that Wind Temple bow.
In my route, I actually, after doing Forbidden Woods at Cabana, I super swim from Cabana to boating course, and I even like preemptively set the wind so I can leaf over instead of using the hook shot. So that's like it's like another reason why doing Forbidden Woods after Wind Temple was a better play.
Eva was too close when Mulgara spawned, and yeah, you can get eaten pretty quickly if you're just too close to Mulgara when Mulgara is coming up. It's kind of sad. Now Evo has to farm for hearts from the Mulgara babies.
Yeah, if Advocate gets hit again, he's done. He all the way back for. I don't think he opened the world pot, did he?
I haven't. I don't remember. Oh. Alright. We're gonna be okay. If Evo gets hit again, he will have a quarter bar, and he almost got hit by, you know, Mulgara just kind of poked his head up. Didn't
Pixel.
get the regrab there. unfortunately.
Was doing this test in the freeway that I figured out one time. You can jump down while holding the bomb. It'll automatically put it down. You immediately call the car through command melody, and then the bomb doesn't hurt you, and it explodes while you're moving in, and it's just like there's like a couple seconds in there that you just save. So all Pixel had to do was jump down and open the chest. It's as if it was already there. Now let's see if there's any keys that decide to ruin Pixel's day.
I don't even think it's even the keys. It's usually the whiz room for me that ruins my day. Oh my gosh. Alright. That was a pretty nice little girl from Advo. So I imagine Advo goes down to do for Ben what's next from talking.
Made it. Making the little wood boy waddle.
Waddle.
That was interesting. I kind of like that. Pixel accidentally rolled off the edge, but then kind of saved it. Ledge grab. Yes!
Oh
okay.
my goodness. That would have been so sad if she didn't get that ledge grab there.
Wait, do we get our jump spins? Ooh, there's one.
There's two.
It's like that.
Got it pretty much all of them except for one. That's still really good. Doing this with Hero Sword is not easy, since Hero Sword is a lot shorter.
Yeah, doing it with Master Sword isn't easy, but then if you do it with Hero Sword, then you just get bragging rights.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Advocate also gets this one. Ooh, but it gets it first try.
Yeah. It's definitely saving that over Pixel.
Yeah. Again, we'll find out if Advocate saves any time. If Advocate gets out of Forbidden Woods and
Before
Pixel
Pixel is done.
has not yet reached the second song theme.
Very interesting. Oh no. Oh well, you know. That's pretty unfortunate.
Well, I guess at that point,
I think at this point I would just big key skip. You store kill all enemies and you just do big key skip. In my opinion.
Pixel didn't grab middle of hub room.
I think she's trying to get that big key right now.
Okay.
Which is behind Stonehead, since she didn't get it earlier when the floor was still closed and the fan wasn't on. Like I said, I think at that point I would just
Did Pixel forget the small key? Is Pixel looking for it?
Oh, I think she was looking for it.
Okay, now we just have the middle of no, we have kill all and
Yep.
Advocate still needs to do the mini boss and then Calais. So we're gonna see how this goes. Advocate's mini boss will go faster than Pixel's.
Yeah. Yeah, Eva's gonna go for the grapple. Whereas Pixel did the grapple-less version of small key skip. Well, Garrett is a slower boss fight as well. That is very true. This room can also be pretty slow. Kill all enemies.
Oh yeah, for some reason me thinking that Pixel needed this chest did not register the fact that Pixel still needs to kill these enemies.
Right, and the Wizard spawned morphs, and these morphs are just... they can be they're interesting.
Yeah, so Pixel is trying to chase down these skulls. I usually shoot an arrow at them to stun them.
Yeah.
Could even pick up one of the Moblin, not Moblin, Stalfos clubs, and those just have huge range.
So you see how quickly that mini boss went for Advocate. It was, you blinked and it was over.
Yeah. So elemental arrows will one-shot it, but then if you go one step further and you use specifically ice arrows, you skip the cutscene at the end. So you just kind of shoot it, it poofs, and you get the chest.
Yep. Yeah, so depending on how Advo's Cali goes, we're gonna see where exactly both runners are in terms of who's ahead or not.
Yeah, Advocate's gonna get in there within the next, like, 10 seconds or so.
Right.
Pixel still needs to go through 2 more rooms and then do the slower of the 2 bosses.
And they both still have to pick up Orcamil. And this makes me think that, yeah, Advo's setting up for fires. But it makes me think that they're gonna pick it up at, well, at least Pixel's picking it up at Forest Haven. Oh, that was one hit. Yeah. So Advo got one hit on Callie. I'm not exactly sure what the damage is on it in terms of fire arrows.
Okay, Pixel's past the hardest of the 2 rooms.
Alright. There we go. And that's Callie on Advo's side.
So Pixel is where Advo was.
Right.
And when I originally said this, I didn't consider that Pixel's boss would just take longer. And also Advocate can just now go get light arrows.
Right, and pick up Orcamil. Yeah.
Yeah. So, in the end here, I think Advocate is currently ahead because Pixel, simply for the reason that Pixel just has to fight Mulder.
Right. Yeah, I just think going into Forbidden Woods first was a mistake on her part.
Yeah.
Oh no, Apple, you have to save and quit. So the way that we clicked in, we didn't have Cabana Deed, and you normally need Cabana Deed and Delivery Bag in order to open up that door. Cabana Deed was easy enough. It was mostly Delivery Bag that was the issue. It was locked behind Mirror Shield, and nobody was gonna get that. But if you clip in that way, you can't just walk out and leave. You have to save and quit. But Avo's about to pick up Orcamil and sail off to Boating Course to pick up. Well, we're about to pick up a sword here, our last sword, and then we're gonna pick up our last bow.
Which shard? Okay, there's gonna be a shard.
No. Orcamil is a sword. I think.
This Advocate's missing 2 shards.
Oh, then he hasn't picked up Wallet Mail, so he's picking up Wallet Mail now.
Well, I picked up Wallet Mail at the start, didn't he not?
Well, he got the cutscene for the full Triforce, so you know what? It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he has all the shards, so it's fine. We saw the cutscene where King Redline is like, "Hey, you can go into Hyrule now to go fight Ganon."
Just missed it then. Does that mean that this is Pixel's 8th shard? No,
She's
still
missing
there's only
one.
7.
She's missing Orcamail.
Okay.
No, not Orcamail. She's missing something else. What's she
Yeah.
missing? Hang on. Oh, does she not have wallet mail still?
Oh yeah, she never picked up wallet mail.
Yeah, so she's just missing wallet mail. So she needs wallet mail, Orca mail, and voting course.
Yeah.
Well,
So
ice ring.
she's gonna be able to pick up both of those mail checks at the same time. So she's really only a tail behind Advocate to get to Ice Ring.
Yeah.
So
Still,
it'll definitely still be a close race, and I wouldn't say yet.
oh no, of course not. It also depends on how well the combat goes for both of them in this cave.
Advocate is targeting when spin attacking. You don't want to do that. When they have a shield, you need to just not target and do a spin attack because they're pretty much just always programmed to block if you're targeting.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. But that is go mode for Advo.
I don't like that cutscene with the Triforce. I'm always just like, yeah, I get it. Let me play the game.
Yeah. I agree, Elijah. I definitely think One Temple for Forbidden was definitely the play, especially
Mhm.
since Forbidden Woods only has shards in it, and One Temple had so much other things.
Yeah, especially considering it then let you like transition to Bowden Court with a super swim if you wanted to. I don't think Advocate did that
No.
because Advocate wanted to get mail at Forest Haven.
Yeah. Alright, but once Pixel finishes up this cave, we'll be able to see where they are in terms of each other. Yet again.
The Advocate breaks the barrier at 5341. Yeah, so Pixel there did not target the Dark Nut and was able to break his armor immediately. That was pretty clean. Although this just spawned Morelf and she missed a goblin. Oh no, a moblin actually. How did a moblin?
That is a moblin. That is definitely not a bokoblin.
Those things are big. How did that be?
I don't know.
Dude, he's sneaky. Yes. But still is not where the chest is.
Yeah, that's a little unfortunate.
Goes to the
She
little
was
one.
she was really excited for that chest to be there, and it just wasn't there anymore.
It has now been a minute. It broke the barrier.
Yeah, Emma is heading off into Ganon's tower now.
There's still like some time saves, like maybe like let's say Advocate doesn't get any crips and then Pixel gets both. That's probably 40.
I think it mostly comes down to Peachy on Abbo's side.
Yeah.
This is definitely Abbo's race to lose right now. Pixel isn't too far behind, but it really just comes down to Abbo's PG, I think. Nice ground spawn.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough lead to overcome. It is possible. We should also reiterate we don't want Advocate to lose. we don't.
I am not.
Pixel breaks the barrier exactly 2 minutes 10 seconds after Advocate did.
Yeah.
That is the
That's
we made
that's
up.
gonna.
Yeah, we're just speaking from an analytics standpoint.
Yes. We love to see both racers win, but unfortunately, we can only have one winner. Eva getting the double on those moblins.
Interesting. I haven't seen people take out the right one first.
I have not. I usually see people take out the left one first and then the right. Alright, but Evo's heading off into PG and Pixel has not yet right into Ganon's tower.
Advo hits the opening shot.
Very nice. Nice second shot. Wow.
Ooh, that almost hit.
That did almost hit. Ooh, that almost hit as well. That's pretty unfortunate. Very nice PG1 by Advo.
5 shots.
Yeah, very nice. No spins. Now we're moving on to PG2. Alright, I was setting up for crit.
It's 1, it's 2.
Double. Very nice. Alright, moving on to PG3. The sneaky boy.
That was
wow. Wow, I was not expecting that hit. I really thought that was
Look
gonna
at
hit.
that. Advocate is destroying Puppet Ganon.
Dude,
look at that. Puppet Ganon never stood a chance.
Wow, that Puppet that was probably one of the cleanest Puppet Ganons I've seen in a long time. Honestly, if Advo had gotten a free shot PG1, that probably, I don't know.
Like perfect.
Yeah. I mean, hitting double taps is also a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a tough PG to beat, honestly. Pixel's gonna have to get a basically flawless PG. And PG loves to troll. And a very nice rope climb by Advo.
That PG is gonna be hard to contend with. He missed first. But we get a nice snipe before he arcs up his attack. Unfortunately, if that arrow had even hit, it wouldn't have done anything because there would have still been iframes. But nice second hit.
Also, Evo got a nice grapple skip and fog slide.
And that's
PG. Nice PG1.
Still good. Shot through his body.
So Evo is now done with Phase 1 Ganon and moving on to Phase 2 while Pixel is heading off into Phase 2 PG. So thank you SpeedGaming for the rate of 139.
We are seeing the end of the game. Advocate is on Phase 2 of Ganon, and Pixel is on Puppet Ganon 2.
Alright, and that is going to be GG for Advo. Finishing with a time of 1:07. Well,
I said
1 hour, you know.
I said Phase 2 of Ganon, but I was looking at the wrong screen, and we're a little bit. So I said it the wrong time. That was Phase 3. Advocate.
you're a drama advocate. GG.
Thank you.
That was a very nice race.
Yeah, that was in general that was pretty good. I'd say. I would agree.
I have a question for you, just because I like super swims. Did you see the potential for a swim from Cabana to boating course?
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, you have to get you have to save warp and you're like next to your boat anyways, and the swim is pretty long, and I had to get mail, so I don't really see it. I guess it's fine, but like I don't think it really saves time.
You mean you don't want to get delivery bag?
No, not really. I think what was it, ankle? Do I remember correctly?
No, it was
No.
angular cave.
Oh, angular. That's almost ankle.
Yeah.
It sounds similar.
it's
Can't tell me that.
Yeah. So, Pixel actually had a lead on you for a good while.
Yeah, I assume it was because
sorry.
I assume it happened because I had to door cancel into Lenzo twice because I opened the door.
Yeah.
That lost like at least half a minute more.
Yeah,
Most likely more.
Pixel had a consistent like 1 to 2 minute lead over you. However, Pixel didn't door cancel at all and used the gondola to get there, so I had to start it, but still had that lead. Where Pixel lost the lead is Pixel did Forbidden Woods before Wind Temple.
Yeah, so she went straight from getting Command Melody and went
I see.
straight to Cabana.
So she did not have Fire and Ice Arrows for the mini boss, and then she had to use Hero's Sword on Calais.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like I thought about doing Forbidden Woods after Southern Fairy, but like then I was about to say, well, like it's just faster with Master Sword then.
Yeah,
and like the sail is pretty free because you even face Private Oasis when you're coming out of Tachi.
Yeah, and going to Cabana from Taji is faster than Forest Haven or SFI because it's just a straight line, it's not a diagonal.
Yeah, exactly. At the beginning, I considered not doing Killer Bees, and getting the wallet on 6-eye and door canceling into Headstone.
Yeah.
But that is GG for Pixel, finishing with a time of 1:03:14. Very, very nice time.
True. I kind of did not expect us to go this fast. I don't know why.
You guys went pretty speedy.
We almost hit that 1 hour.
Yeah.
You could have gotten that sub hour if it wasn't for that.
If I could have hit one PG one shot earlier.
you can't say if I had only done better PG. Your PG2 and PG3 were they were insane.
Perfect.
That was the best PG3 I've seen.
Yeah, the PG3 was very actually insane.
That is crazy.
like even him falling right next to me.
And just immediately getting that spin, like it was calculated. Like you knew what you were doing.
I hope I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
At least. But I saw that I was getting it this fast, and then I was like, I'm trying this chalk shot, and then I kind of just hit it.
Then you just kind of got it, you know?
There's not really any reason not to go for it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess.
I mean, it's kind of slow to set up, but I had the magic,
magic. I'd say if you didn't have enough magic, I definitely wouldn't go for it.
Just go for task shot.
Oh yeah.
True.
Frog, but 100% less setup. Yeah, but yeah, both the bickies were pretty free. Actually, all of them were.
All of them were free.
All of them were. That's usually
okay. Like DRC, DRC and FW are like most free, but like going the small line and dropping that stone head also was like that bad.
I was supposed to say that was probably the least free, and even then, that it really wasn't that bad. Speaking of DRC, how did it feel when you tried to go into that warp pot and Link shot right back out at you?
First of all, I don't even know why I did it, because I didn't even route it in. I mean, it could have worked because I thought about it. I could have maybe. No, I didn't. I'm stupid. But like, I thought about the other ward pod. So I don't know. It was autopilot completely.
Because you shopped on the platform, you're like, all right, time to go fight.
I played so much S4. I like in our race recently, our key sanity race. I got the first chest out on autopilot in DRC.
Fair enough. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
my habit in DRC from S4 is I always get Bird's Nest whether or not I need it. I'm not sure if Pixel will be joining us here because I'm not seeing her in the server either. No, she said she'll pass on the interview.
Yes.
All right.
I understand. She's been specifically grinding out her
Yeah.
races for this match. And honestly, I believe it all came down to the single decision of doing Forbidden Woods before Wind Temple.
Maybe, yeah.
You had some serious competition. You were behind until she made that one decision, and then you were able to come in the winner. And congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes especially in spoiler log, one decision is all it takes.
Yeah. It's definitely a lot less forgiving in spoiler log. In S4, you can kind of say as long as it gets done, but in spoiler log, you're like, no, it has to be done this way.
Yeah. I would actually be curious if door canceling into Headstone and getting the
I was
wallet
thinking
on
about that.
6i.
I was thinking about that too. I think in your case, it would have been faster to do that, but the reason why I think it was better to get to get the power bracelets is you could have used the lights on door cancel to get into Lenzo, and I think that would speed up more than having to go to 6i and getting door cancel.
Yeah, I thought like because like I had to actually run around on Windfall and do some stuff that I just do killer bees during that. If I wouldn't have to, for example, if I wouldn't only like had needed Maggie, I for sure wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
But since I had to like get Tingle and then go into Lenzos anyways, I thought like yeah.
Oh, how did you like your Mulgara fight?
My Mulgara fight, I like that. I like how I like instantly getting eaten.
Dude, I've had that happen to me before. It's the worst feeling in the world. You're just standing just a bit too close when Mulgara is coming up, and Mulgara just instantly eats you.
You don't even like stand too close at the beginning, but because like the sand pulls you in.
Right, yeah.
You land
but,
up.
Yeah, that's really what I mean. You're just a little bit too close at the very beginning.
Yeah.
You're just going,
then we saw you scramble to get your hearts up past 2.
Yeah. I didn't want to die. I have to say. Dying in Mulgara would have been like just game over for the race.
Yeah, and you didn't open the warp pod either, did you?
Yeah. I didn't never do that.
Yeah.
One day I will land in the portal and lose a race.
And then you'll open up the warp pod the rest of your
days.
day.
But I might have to say, like, the thing is, even if I open the warp pod, I think in spoiler log I lose anyways if I stand in the portal.
Yeah, you really do, because then you have to like go back.
Yeah,
that's still a few minutes.
I suppose. Like at that point, you're changing like a 5-minute time loss into like a 2-minute time loss, but like still like a considerable time loss.
Yeah.
Either way. Yeah.
Especially when the race like in the bracket will get much closer, most likely.
The only thing I don't like about the only thing I don't like about spoiler log is that it's not smart to go for Mulgara storage.
You mean you don't want to go for Mulgara storage with only 3 hearts? Only get hit once.
But look, okay, it saves time. It's
What's the forest haven? I don't remember. The only thing I can think of is that you and Pixel both struggle with that strat, but
yeah.
Which set?
You getting up to Fort Haven backwards.
Oh yeah,
that
was kind of sad.
Yeah, it's always.
Haven't done that in too long.
It's definitely not an easy strat.
So now you have to race Claire, right? That you haven't done that yet.
No, I haven't. I haven't even scheduled that.
How are you feeling about that one?
I mean, in general, I think I have a good chance, but like, if I would have raced her a while back, but at the moment, I'm like, I don't have much time because of work and all that stuff, and like time zones of me being European, which kind of sucks for races sometimes.
It's goes to America.
So, I mean, I still think I have a good chance, but like, of course, I couldn't like, I wouldn't say I expect to win or anything.
It's expecting to win in your pool matches is a hot topic. I have to race gymnast. That's there's stuff. But what matters is that this current race just now you did well. Even though you were behind for a little, you never let up, and you took the chance to get ahead when it was provided, and you completely dominated at Ganon too. That was really insane.
My PG was like one of the best I've had in a while.
Yeah. 5 shots on PG1 is not bad, especially considering the 2 that you missed were not him arcing them up. It was just the extra shots in between.
And they were both really close to hitting as well. It wasn't even like those weren't close to hitting. Like those would have hit if you're just like
Yeah, they were very close.
Yeah, I mean.
So, GG's. That was fun to watch.
Yeah.
Thank you.
GG, also GG to Pixel. She put up a really good fight.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, this could have gone either way.
Yeah, one more mistake from my side, and could have been her race.
Yeah, honestly, like I said, it could have gone either way.
Yeah, it's just like a little bit unfortunate. I don't want to just like put words into anybody's mouths, but what my assumption is that Pixel was like, oh, I see Cabana is right next to Forest Haven. I can do that now, and that's my guess. However, it would have been nice to just wait just a little bit longer to go get Wind Temple first, and that would have sped up for Forbidden Woods like a good amount.
Yeah. It happens.
Yeah, it's I enjoyed watching this race. It was back and forth for a little bit. I liked it.
It was really good. You both did extremely well. You both should be very happy.
I think this is the first time I like ever had to do the Ice Ring Inner Cave. Okay, to be fair, this is my. I think this is my third. I think this is my third preset F seed. But
I
still
usually ban F because it gives me routing stress, and I'm like, I could go get this leaf in Star Island Cave, but I kind of want Master Sword first.
Like, of course, Leaf is on flight control platform.
Oh yeah, that was pretty sad.
Of course it is.
And you couldn't even have like Fire and Ice for it. I mean, I guess you could. No, you guess you could have, but you might as well after doing DRI.
Yes, let's just go get that bow in Wind Temple, then leave for the leaf, and then come back. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
That was another reason why. I actually got the power bracelets, because if you want to go like I had the DRI and then flight control instantly after, and I couldn't really have gotten into that without bombs, but bombs would have been required like 1 extra warp to outset, because I couldn't do like the other stuff.
That really. Is that we were wondering. So
I could have you can go in there with like the one of the bomb flower thingies, but like that takes time. That's.
My question for you, we were both wondering this at the start. After the first trip to Outset, we felt it was better to first go to Play Golf and then go to Headstone from Southern Ferry. What's your opinion on that?
I guess that would make sense.
True.
I think the thing that was kind of like we don't know is the sail from SF5 to Headstone, because it's kind of a longer sail.
It's a little bit longer. However, you both had to warp to Outset.
I was going to say, I think it still saves time than warping.
Yeah, so we were just wondering. About that.
Although you both you both did do DRC immediately after your first trip to Outset, so you both did the extra warp.
Yeah, no, you both did it. Yeah, you both basically had the same exact route, except for a couple of differences.
Yeah, I think like
Oh yeah,
on
and him and Coach Hopper play golf.
Yeah,
True.
on 2 occasions you
And I had a sword to skip the first hole.
true. Although it can be argued whether or not that's fast or not. Depends on if you get it the first jump slash, I guess.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But I
So
did get it.
on 2 occasions, you both did different things, but then you immediately swapped, like high-fived, and went to do the other thing. So that happened twice, and that's like the extent of your routing divergence, honestly.
I mean, like some things were just like do them whenever. Because like if you warp to outside and do play golf and you have to warp to Forest Haven to get the command melody, you're like it doesn't matter in which order you do that.
Yeah. And then there was also like again Southern Ferry. That was kind of just a one-off thing as well.
Yeah.
That's a one-off check. Well, not a lot, but there is a couple where there's a lot of chains that you can do. Kind of sad.
Yeah, that's true. And also like having to warp to Forest Haven again for boating course because you like couldn't have done that.
Right, because you
Yeah,
needed
that
to
was
go from the temple.
that was kind of stinky.
Yeah, it was like, all right, time to go for Forest Haven to boating course. You're like, oh wait, can't do that.
Yeah, at least I got at least the mailbox is fast on Forest Haven, I guess. Get Orca mail.
Yeah. It's interesting for sure.
It was a seed. It was a preset F seed.
And
So
like I don't know if I would call it a bad seed. It was just like
I still think the seed were pretty good.
yeah, it just kind of forced like a couple arbitrary warps.
It didn't have Shark Island, so that's
so
you know what
a very good preset F seed.
Yeah, it didn't have the interior or the entrance. So
yeah, and like no overlook or Stonewatcher, which also take like so long.
You can get some really ugly stuff.
There was no Wizrobe Cave.
Oh god, the Wizrobe Cave is arguably the worst. I hate it.
But if you have any questions for us, or just anybody has any questions in general, I think we can start wrapping things up.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to really be covered. I think we've said mostly what needs to be said about this seed. We complained for a good like 20 minutes, and that's always fun.
Yeah, but I think I think it's time to start wrapping things up. Thank you to all our volunteers. Thank you, Spy, for commentating with me. And thank you, Elijah and Slam, for tracking this race. We really couldn't have done it without any of you, really.
Dude, I don't want to touch that tracker.
That tracker. The first time I saw it, I was so overwhelmed.
It's why I commentate. And if you want to know what we're doing in terms of, yeah, so is Slam. Oh no. Well, Slam, you're in there. It is most, yeah. But I said you. Don't worry. But if you want to see our randomizer schedule, see when our next Wind Waker randomizer race is coming up, you can click that first link. And if you just want to see all the races that are coming up, you can click the second one. It'll show you all the ones. We mostly care about Wind Waker randomizer.
No, the shout out command completely left out Elijah.
Poor Elijah.
Oh
Elijah,
no! Everyone go subscribe to Elijah right now.
No. Elijah's pretty epic.
Elijah, yeah, very good at this game. It's okay. No, it's not okay. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. GG to you, Avo, and GG to you, Pixel. That was a really good race.
Yeah. All right. I guess we can wrap things up then.
Yeah. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.